Well, Hurricane Beryl has wreaked havoc across Texas. Once it hit landfall, it downgraded to a tropical storm, but still several storms followed in the days after, and the damage has been incredibly great. And we see 900,000 some people still without power, and the needs on the ground are tremendous right now, even though the media is kind of put this on the back burner with all the politics and everything else going on in the world. And joining me now is Bob Burke from CBN's Operation Blessing, along with Pastor Gregory Smith. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us.
Happy glad.
So, Bob, if you could tell us a little bit about what you're seeing on the ground there. I know Operation Blessing is there trying to help. This is what we do, and what you guys do on the ground so well, helping people in need. What kind of needs are you seeing on the ground right now?
Biggest, mostly heat related. This area, most people don't realize, was the hardest hit in regard to power outages. The dirty side of the storm actually sat in this area for about 9 hours with hurricane and tropical storm force winds. You can't go down virtually any road without seeing down trees. The big thing that's going on here is that people are struggling with the heat. They're looking for ways to hydrate. And with the help of the pastor here, they've opened their church up as a cooling shelter. So we've had a lot of people coming in and enjoying the air conditioning as the church did not lose power.
Yeah, I think that's something that we underestimate as people with access to things like power, everything. When you don't have it for a week, man, the simple things really become difficult. So, Pastor, if you could tell me a little bit about what your people are dealing with down there and how you guys are helping out, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, let me just tell you just a quick story. Just mention the small needs. We have started a ministry now to do laundry. I had a lady pull up just a moment ago. The word has gotten out. She said, "So where's the laundry at?" And I said, "Well, you pull right over here and hand it off to them, and they will do your laundry. They'll call you when it's done. It'll be washed, dried, and folded." Broke down. We've been setting in a home with 3 children, 2 with fairly specific physical needs, 16-month-old, and she has just felt all alone. She's been over to, I asked her if she had food. She's been over to the Operation Blessing feeding site, and so she'd been getting food, but she honestly was just at the end of her rope, and she just needs somebody to love on her, and that basically is just what we're doing here. We also have teams that are helping to remove debris. We've had this has been incredible. The number of trees that were blown over. We believe the eye wall of the hurricane with about 130-mile-an-hour wind gusts, maybe sustained wind at 110, came right over the top of us. The lady came in today. She's in her 80s. She evacuated. She just came back today. Had no power, and her ceiling had fallen in because she lost part of her roof. And again, where do I turn? What do I do? And so those are the things. We're just trying to provide ministry needs. People sometimes just need to know they're not alone, and that God loves them, and there's somebody here to help. That's what we do. Whatever we can do to help.
So, Bob, I've been hearing reports that Houston has some of the largest food pantries in the country, and there are reports now circulating that those food pantries are pretty much mostly depleted. What's the situation there? Or what is the facts on the ground when it comes to all the food that's available?
I had heard that about the Houston food banks as well. This area is also very in need of food. We've had, from the first day we were here, we had people driving up into the parking lot and asking if there was food available. We were able to start serving 250 or so meals a day out of our small mobile kitchen. And we've now secured the use of the local elementary school's kitchen, and we are going to be able to exponentially increase the number of meals that we can provide. We started yesterday with a soft launch, and we're ramping up our production today.
So what else can you guys tell me? What are people that are looking at home here? Tell them how they can get involved, and what are some of the other things that maybe we haven't touched on yet that people can help with and that you're helping people with.
Well, prayer.
Yeah.
We believe in the power of God, and we have seen God at work in so many ways. We're just asking God glorified. I told our people this morning, I don't always understand why storms come or, those type of things, but we know that God is faithful. And so we are just asking God to be glorified in all this. It's an opportunity for me. Obviously, funds, are needed to buy food and those type of things. We're honestly just trying to meet whatever need we see. And sometimes we're, at this point, we're not. No one honestly has come and said, "Hey, I need some money," but what they are coming and saying is they need services or they need food, they need those type of things. And so that type of ministry in terms of money. So we need prayer. If people were to have some financial resources they wanted to share, we would make sure that those things are meeting needs. And then volunteers. We've got volunteers. We can always use more volunteers. Again, Bob mentioned that you cannot drive down a street that doesn't have trees down. Every home was affected. My personal home, one of my humongous pecan trees was blown over. And in a million years, I wouldn't have thought that the wind would have been strong enough to blow this tree over. Blew over. It just missed my house, my neighbor's house, took out the power line. But we need volunteers who can go help clean up, chainsaw crews, those type of things. And again, this lady that came in this morning with a hole in her roof. So we're beginning to expand the ministry to some tarp teams that are going to go and put the tarps on roofs to protect them from any further damage. And volunteers. Yeah, absolutely.
To reemphasize that, we've got distribution efforts in place. Operation Blessing is sending out distribution loads to areas all over the affected area. And I think Houston gets a lot of the attention, but what people don't realize is that this small area down here really, really got hit hard. And the more volunteers we can get, the bigger the teams we'll be able to send out, and we can make a truly large difference. We're accepting daytime volunteers in the morning, afternoon, or for the whole day right now. And beginning Tuesday, we'll be accepting overnight volunteers. So if you have the ability to donate a little bit of time, we would absolutely love to work with you here on the ground.
Yeah, and it's just, I think it's hard to put into words, all of the organizing and the coordination and the effort that's really needed in a situation like this, because, it's not just one street or one house. It's all over the whole area. And like you guys have been describing, the need is so great. So head on over to ob.org if you can't be there physically, and you can certainly help out. And of course, as you gentlemen were pointing out, prayer is our number one weapon in these situations, and pointing people to God in the midst of it. That's what you all are doing with Operation Blessing on the ground there, and certainly appreciate that as people are going through a tough time right now. So gentlemen, thanks so much for your time, and God bless you and all the work you're doing out there in the days to come.
You as well. And the Lord bless you. God bless you, folks.